Hello guys, welcome to Zion Traders YouTube channel. On this channel I share my trading journey. By the way, my name is Ostebina, right? So I'm a forex trader. I'm a forex trader and a crypto trader as well, right? So without wasting much of our time, let's get into today's video. On today's video we are going to be talking about the directional bias of this week, this new week, which is this is 28th of July 2024. So 28 July 2024 to next week Friday, to this week Friday, we are going to do and look at what price is going to do, but most importantly, what I'm looking at trading on Monday, which is 29th of July 2024. What either I'm going to buy gold or I'm going to sell gold. By the way guys, if you have been on this channel, you know that I usually trade some gold, but my major pair has been GBPUSD. But right now my major pair is now gold, guys. So more often you'll be seeing me analyzing gold, dropping directional bias for gold, right? I think I made mention of this in the last two episodes that I did, and told you guys that I was looking at going into trading gold, right? So right now I'm actually liking the way gold moves, and before I was scared of trading gold, but right now I think I'm kind of falling in love with gold, right? So that's it guys. Let's quickly go to our economic calendar and let's see what we have for the week. This new week, it confluences with August, which is ending of July to August. So we are going to have a lot of economic events. As we can see right here, for the week, we can see on Monday we have a high impact news on Monday on dollar, by 3 p.m. GMT +1, and all of that we can see by. But on Wednesday we have CPI. Let me see when we have the CPI. On Tuesday we don't have news impact on Monday, so any high impact news on the dollar index on Monday, but we have FOMC statement, I think, on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, Thursday we have high impact news on dollar on Friday, and we also have NFP on Friday. We should look into that, and so it means that this week is going to be a really volatile week. So guys, having that at the back of our mind, a very volatile week, because liquidity is going to be injected into the market, and guys, the market is going to be very volatile. So let's quickly do our top down analysis. Let's know what we are doing or what we are looking at on gold. And there's something that I want you guys to look at here, guys. The order flow is pretty bullish without anyone saying anything to you. The order flow is very bullish, but I can see that there's an imbalance here that I would love to see gold trade back into in the near term future. It might not be this month, it might not even be this year, but then this is what I'm looking at gold trading into in near term future, and then trading away from this zone, which is $2,000 zone. So that's actually what I'm looking at gold doing in the long run, right? But however, right now we should be looking at buys, because the order flow says what it says is showing buys, right? Coming to the weekly time frame, guys, let's see what price is doing here. So all we can see right here is that price is actually still pretty bullish right here. As you can see that the highs are always being taken, guys. So well, it's also good to know that, look at something what price did here. This kind of candle, this reaction around this region, it speaks volume, guys, and I want us to put this into consideration when doing our analysis, right? So but if you looking at the order flow currently, the current order flow on the weekly time frame is what is bearish, right? Because we can see that this was the last previous week, right? So we have our previous week violate the low, the other week lows, right, which is last 2 weeks low. So this shows that we are actually, the order flow is actually bearish on the weekly time frame. Currently bearish. It's not as if it's overall bearish. We know that gold is overall bullish, but currently the order flow is bearish, right? Looking at this weekly low, this that has been taken out here, and pretty it, and we know that okay, what we are looking at, We are also looking at price taking out this week, this new week, taking out the previous week, right? So this is what we would love to see during the week, right? Another reason, one of the reasons why I would love to see price to take out this previous week low is that there is an imbalance right here that has been unmitigated, and I would love to see price trade into it. And another confluence with this very zone, one of the reasons why I love this zone, and it for me is a high probability zone, a zone where the algorithm would love to reprice into, is because if coming down to the daily time frame, you see bunch of equal lows, relative equal lows right here, and that speaks volume, guys. So but over, if you looking at the structure, we are actually still very bullish. But then looking at the overall structure is bullish, but the immediate what we are looking at, the immediate what will I say, order flow, right, is actually bearish, right? So if we go to the daily time frame, that everything will be more clear to us. Let me delete everything. So coming down to the daily time frame, we can see what price has done. On the last video I made, or maybe on the last episode, price was here, guys, and we're looking at gold buying up from here, buying to trading to all of this, to trade to fill up all of this void. But there was one episode that I made coming, let me not come to let's there was one every episode I made. I showed you guys that even though gold is going to continue bearish, we would love to see gold filling up all of this imbalance, right? Because there was a lot of imbalance that was imbalance that was left behind when gold was selling off. So that having that at the back of my mind, that I think that time I told you guys that on that episode I told you guys that I was looking at buying gold, right? And gold actually did buy, but it didn't buy out to where I wanted it to get to. But then price always does what it wants to do, right? So having that, we can see that this other block was later violated, and the other block was violated, and price came into this zone and broke this structure. The other block was violated, the price gave us a swing low formation which should have confirmed this buy move, but then it later got violated. And price violating this low, it means a lot, guys, and violating it and then price trading below it, and what we can see now is that price has pretty retraced back into where we can see obviously an order block, right? So when price is at another block or supply level, what do you love to see price do? We love to sell from there. So that means that I'm actually looking at selling gold from this region, right? So as we proceed, then analyze it to up to the 1 hourly time frame, we'll get to see a lot of things, guys. So as I told you guys on the weekly time frame, I told you guys that we're relative equal lows around this region, and this is the same level where the weekly fair value gap is, right? So this is the reason. Look at it, guys. Look at the weekly fair value gap, and this is where the relative equal lows is. So this is the reason I told you guys this is for me, this is my draw on liquidity, although an internal range, but this is my draw on liquidity, while I'm still having a bit confidence that gold is going to sell up to this level, right? Because personally, the reaction on the weekly time frame, this very candle here, I don't like it, but then I'm still a bit confident that gold is still going to sell, guys. So that is, I have that, that is it. But mind you, price always does what it wants to do, so don't force price to do what you want price to do. Always follow what price does, right? So I'm having this as my draw on liquidity. I'm having this as an order block, and if you looking at this, I told you guys that gold has pretty what gold has broken structure to the downside, and it therefore means that gold is bearish immediate, right? Immediate trend is that gold is bearish, right? So let me mark out our PDRA. So we can see that gold is actually marked from this swing high to this swing low here. We can see that gold is at where a premium, and premium and it's at an order block, right? So this means that we are actually looking at sell from this order block. So personally for me, I'm looking at selling gold from this order block, using this as my draw on liquidity. And let me use this instead, using this as my draw on liquidity, and I'll just use this dollar signature to show that there is actually money that I'm looking at, watching out for here. And I'll come here and my test, there is money that I'm so this is my draw on liquidity. I want us to have this at the back of our mind and while taking our trades, right? So that's it for the daily time frame. We can see structure broken, very bullish, but then we can see a break of structure to the downside as well, guys. And if you using our weekly time frame, you can also see that candlestick, that reaction here at this level, it actually speaks volume, guys. So that means that we are actually still very bullish, bearish. Immediate we are bearish, but overall we are bullish on gold. So looking at this 4-hour structure, we can see that price has actually done its thing, and price is actually still very bearish. Let's go to a daily time frame. I want to show you guys something. One of the reasons why I actually love what gold is doing right here, right, and one of the reasons why I'm a bit personally, according to what I know, right, gold should continue this sell from here, is because if you look at this, what price came to do here is it wasn't random. Price actually came to fill up this trade into this imbalance right here on the daily time frame. This it therefore means that price has balanced right here on the daily time frame, right? So since price has balanced itself, there's actually, for now, there's actually no reason for gold to trade into this region right now, right? For personally for me, because that's how I trade and that's how I look at the market, and I will tell you how I look at the market, right? So right now I can see that gold has traded into a fair value gap, and we know that that fair value gap it confluences with what, that daily order, that daily time frame order block. Using our PDR array again, we have actually drawn it. It's actually the same thing. We can see that gold is actually at a premium level, right? So there's actually nothing much, since this 4-hour time frame, it's really literally almost the same thing with the week daily time frame here. So that's it, guys. So if you look at that, we had a weekly fair value gap here, and that fair value gap it pretty confluences with what, the 4-hour fair value gap right here. So this is a fair value gap that I'm actually looking at gold trading into, right? So I'm looking at gold trading into this fair value gap in long term, in maybe this week or so if it wants to. But then I won't force it to do what it doesn't want to do, right? Price will always do what it wants to do. So if gold wants to violate this level and still buy, that's pretty fine. Yeah, it's pretty fine. Yeah, we'll just do what price does, follow what price does, right? So coming into Monday, let's go to the hourly time frame. What I'm looking for, right, I'm looking at selling gold right at this region here. So I'll just look for my entry pattern, and then from there I'll just sell gold to this region. I love taking 1:3. I might not even take the sell to this region, but then as this sell continues, I would love to continue selling, looking at areas to sell, and then selling into this region. Once we get into this region, the reaction here will tell me whether I should continue selling or not, guys. So that's actually what I'm looking at on Monday, right, on Monday. And I've also told you guys what I'm looking at for the week. I'm still looking at gold sell for the week. That's it, guys. So however, this weekly reaction, it could mean that gold wants to, this reaction here, it could mean that gold wants to continue buying, but then be using the weekly order flow, the candle here, we are supposed to come and violate this last week, take our last week liquidity residing below this low, right? So that's actually what I'm looking at for, guys. Alright, guys, so if you love what I'm doing, make sure you subscribe to this channel, guys.